What it do, fellas? So this video is all about how to make her, or you will make her, go ahead and text you faster, text you back, communicate with you quicker. So it's going to be between texting and in person. I'm going to talk a little bit more about texting, but I'll go back and forth. And I'm only doing that because I want to mention some things about texting that I feel like you guys would want to hear. I have not talked about texting in months. It feels like it's been a long time. So I'll add some things today, but overall this video will definitely help you know what you got to do to make her communicate, respond. Really, that's the word I'm looking for. Respond back to you quickly, more, give you a little bit more. All right, so give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't. Helps your girl so much. Y'all are really helping me. I've been seeing y'all. Okay, so yes, give this video a big thumbs up. It's helping the algorithm. And also, fellas, if you have any comments you gotta say, questions, concern, comment it down below. I've been replying, so keep doing that. And yes, if you want to talk to me and book a consultation, we can get that started. And fellas, I told you, we can talk about anything. Once again, do not be afraid to talk to your girl. Ready to talk to y'all, all right? So first thing, and it's discussion back and forth. First thing we got to get to the discussing and talk about, it's going to be all about don't keep your word and basically make promises. And they're not necessarily promises. You can call them lies as well, but basically make promises that you can't keep. So in other words, don't keep your word when it comes to her. This sounds really bad, but let me get you to get this. A lot of women, and now we have to refer to the guys that they get the easy way with, the guys that they get so uninterested by and leave so quickly. So those guys, they are going to be a yes man. Those guys are going to be so quick or always ready to be like, okay, well, I told you I'll do it. I'm always going to do it. And that is a great thing. Honestly, when you can always keep your word, you could be a man that doesn't give her no doubts. You give her security. But you see the problem, and you see how I mentioned all those things. Those are the things that women want, need, and when they have it, they're good. As in, they're chilling. They're not worried. So when all those things, y'all know this is what it's going to take for her to step up her game a little bit. Y'all are still giving her the comfortability. The Sims out here might not be you, or maybe the guys that are really, really feeling her. Y'all will tell her you'll make it up to her. You'll do this. Also, afterwards, when there's no point. You shouldn't have, even from the jump, gave her this promise. Now, the picture or the idea of this, you could say, is that you're telling her something and disappointing her in the sense of, she wished or she thought. Now, this is sometimes how you can actually help her to understand, like help her to really get that, you can't play the texting me whenever you want. You can't go months and weeks, or you can't try to play these excuses and think that like somewhat it makes sense and I'm gonna fall for it. You can't do that. And sometimes y'all will think that yapping, or you know what, I'll tell her, I'll put her to the side, I'll set her down, is gonna be the answer. But we all know most times she doesn't even want to hang out. She doesn't even want to chill or be sat down and talked to. Like, and even if you get to that point, it doesn't mean she's gonna be ready to get off the block, the trenches. You get me? So like, going back to this, don't keep your promise and your word. It's not necessarily that you're a unworthy person, or not unworthy, you're not trustworthy. I mean to say, it's not necessarily that. It's just women are so used to getting it their way. So it's almost like, if you really, and this is now being realistic, and this is for the guys that are constantly busy, constantly can barely give any time to women, or you know what, that one woman gets a little bit more time because she deserves it, types of stuff. So those guys, though, when they understand, let me take this power away, you make a woman ask for it. So what you're doing is making her have to come towards you to get it. As in, the laziness, I'm not going to put an effort in, a single effort to try. There's no point. I'm not going to do it. I don't need to. It's so much easier. It's going to be like that for all the modern day women until that guy, this is how it starts shifting. That guy comes in and steps away when she's expecting him to keep this running this smooth, but running smooth in her own path. Once again, she's thinking about her. It's her. And I want to say it like this. It's her journey. A lot of times it's her journey for real. Y'all are trying to just interrupt or be a part of it. She's still stuck on, this is just on my own. Or when that one guy that she really, really wants, that, too good to be true type of guy, that's when, oh, she's considering, let me let him in. So now in the meantime, when you're making her work or actually have to put effort, that's where she starts giving you a little bit more energy. Now, most times she still thinks that, I'm still going to be winning at the end. If he's not going to keep his promises, and I'll give you examples in a minute. But if he's not going to keep his promises, if he's going to tell me he's going to do this one thing, okay, I'll play smarter, right? I just gave you guys an example of a woman doing the ignoring when, she was playing games already, and then the no contact that guy was doing, whatnot. All that stuff goes on when she's trying to play as smart or trying to keep up, or you know what? She's going to outbeat you. So just tracking is giving this woman the opportunity. And most times, she's going to take it when you're a high value man, when you have a lot to offer, when other women want you as well. Now, if you guys want to know more about that stuff, watch my other videos. I really do go into details. But I want to go back to say that those guys that she ends up chasing, wanting more attention from, sometimes it's just to get the idea that she's right. Sometimes it's to get the idea that she could get him back. And then obviously you guys know about rebounds and all that stuff. But realistically speaking, sometimes what it is that she has a different goal in mind, but she gets caught up while you're playing it smart, not falling behind, not I'm going to give her more when she doesn't even text me or she doesn't even want to see me. No. So once you do that, she's thinking in the process of this I'm going to win at the end, as in, well, he's stepping away, but it's not stepping away for real. So once in this process, she's thinking she's outsmarting herself or outsmarting you and all this stuff, but it actually backfires because most times she catches feelings in that process. She doesn't even understand that this energy is being invested just to get him to actually say once, yes. So I'm saying, if you're the guy that you have a promise that you'll keep, like I'll take you out, or you know what, let's go here, I'm down to go. Friday comes around the corner and you say, well, I can't go no more. I flop. I can't see you. So now if you say some of this stuff, what you're doing is not keeping your word. So what's happening, right? And it doesn't have to be too literal. It's just think about something you'll say and you're supposed to make up or you're supposed to do. It's just really think about it that way. So, in that process, she's catching feelings a little bit. She's thinking, okay, well, you know what? I've been acting this way for so long, as in I've been, let's say it like this. I've been giving him distance. I've been telling him I want to see him. And now, you know what? He's finally ready to see me. Now she knows what she's been doing. This is the part where y'all don't even get that. They know what they're doing and y'all will still accept it. It will be right in front of your face, but understand that she knows what she's doing. Now, when I say she gets caught up and all that stuff, that's when you play it smart. When you play it smart, you have her catch feelings while she gets caught up, thinking that she's gonna not get caught up and catch feelings. So if now we move on to you, if you have her come back trying to get this attention from you, she's going to really run with the first time you give her a yes. She's going to take the, you said you're going to do this. You're going to buy me this. You promised me this. You were about this before. Why aren't you about this now? So all these things are still always going to be in her head. She's going to bring it out to you. But you see, once you get it right the one time, she values it. So it's like the alpha guys, the guys that, don't treat women the best, those types of guys out here, what they're doing is, well, when I have time or when I can, or I'm sorry, I thought I could do it, but I was not able to this weekend. You see, this is the stuff that you guys hear from women. And I'm sure some of y'all won't even dare to say this to any female out here because y'all are more afraid of the end result of she's not wanting you. Y'all, get over that. Because when you, like I just said, when you go ahead and step away and she's thinking that you're supposed to do this or you owe her this or every other man does this, including you, then she's expecting it. She's requiring it. And then also the disappointment, like I said, when it comes in, it really hits them harder to get them to really realize like, oh, well, it's not going to work like this. Sometimes it'll be, she realizes, well, I have to step up my game. Sometimes it'll be a little bit longer. Sometimes you got to just chill, be laid back. Don't be trying to make her happy. Like, y'all are just trying to please her in this process of not even having her. So now you have this woman try to chase just that one yes. You have her try to get that one, well, I'm actually free this weekend, right? For example, if you work 45 plus hours a week, y'all are working overtime out here, right? So if you're working so much hours a week, you don't have no time for real. And honestly, fellas, it's not always just about making money working. When you're working, also is working on yourself. So just think about it that way. Maybe you guys have to do a lot more work, or you have to put more work into yourself. So if you're working this much, 45 plus hours a week, what do you think is happening? She's thinking, okay, this guy is so busy. He works so much, right? And it's not just about work. Sometimes some fellas love to go to the gym all the time. Oh, I got to go to the gym tonight. I missed my morning session this morning. Or, yeah, I'm up this morning, but I got a long day I have a long day ahead of me, and I have a lot to get done. No, I don't even have time to be on my phone. So let me just backtrack though. When she's searching for that one yes, it satisfies her. It satisfies her enough to be like, okay, well, I could get another one. Or you know what, if I just obviously text him a little bit quicker than last time, or give him a little bit longer of a text message, what this will do for me is benefit me afterwards, because when I do text him this, he's going to think that I'm more interested. Or, you know what, I have to step up my game, right? Because at the end, that's what it is. Women are not putting in work. They're not trying with y'all. They don't have to do a single thing. So at the end, it's kind of like getting that sense in her, like, I'm not going to be here to make it easy, a breeze for you. So now, fellas, when I want to wrap up to say that if you guys are not putting in basically work in other areas, you'll never be distracted enough, or you'll never be busy enough. You'll never be busy enough for her, but you won't even keep up with trying to be. So as in, you can't live up to this cap life for long. Y'all got to catch up to that. If y'all don't want to hear it, y'all got to do something. Get your life going, get your ish together. Y'all know. But now backtrack to her. If your life is honestly working, like you're doing things in your own life, women are giving you somewhat attention, then you shouldn't even be pouring out all this time or thinking that I have to make up all this or do this. So I'm saying, when you're busy, you're really that guy that's busy, you really got it going on. What's happening is that the times that you do spare it, there's times later on that you won't be able to. And this is what women love. They go back to this because they genuinely know that deep down inside, you only gave her that time because you really were able to. Deep down inside, oh, you said you were going to do it and you weren't able to do it because, hey, you had to pick up that shift. You rather get that money because that was the one time you were able to pick it up this week. Maybe at that job you have, people don't get rid of shifts, or they don't have hours like that. However, you realize, you know what? I got to take advantage in this moment. Now she's feeling ways like, well, you're shutting me down, or why would you do that? You're going to do that right now, or we have promises. Now I can go on and on, but you see how y'all don't even complain, fellas, y'all make it pretty easy. But if a woman comes late and all that stuff, y'all be, like, hey, this is something you're used to, or hey, you know what, maybe next time. Sometimes, you guys are willing to go on a second date and tell her it's okay type of stuff. Wild. But you see, they're so used to it and all these types of stuff that, when a real guy comes around, and this is where all these high value guys and types of guys out here, when that guy that she really, really, really wants comes around, right? And I say real guy because this is what is real, like, oh, that real guy to her, this is a real man type of thing. You get what I mean? So when that type of vibe, that energy, that man comes around with his charisma, his sense of humor, he just knows how to make her laugh. But yeah, he disappears and he says, well, I'm going right back to work, no jokes, and he has to go. She's chasing for that one time, one confirmation. You can call it sensation, you can call it excitement. She's just searching for that one rise. And it's going to be from him giving, like I said, that one time. And this is, once again, where she's going to keep seeking for it more, searching for it more. Like I said, chasing for it more. And so through texting or in person, and more so you'll see it through texting because texting is easier. And texting, you'll see way less of emotions and all that stuff. So for a female, it'll be easier to send a wrong message or communicate with you through texting. But you see, she'll pick it up a little bit. She'll give you more effort. And this is where I'll wrap up to say, y'all can't mess up. Y'all can't be like, okay, well, I want to do this for her. Her birthday's coming. I promised her last year I'll get her this. So I'm going to do it even though she on me, did this to me, all types of stuff, right? Y'all are still saying, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. Does it make sense when, okay, she realized that, you can't always keep your promises. You have a life, right? You do say no. You're busy. You don't have time to always spare. But fellas, do you think in that moment when you go ahead and give her I'm still going to buy her that gift, all those other times, do you think it matters? that you showed her that you're busy or you have a life? Do you think that it matters that you're really saying you're this guy, that it guy? It won't matter because you just backtrack yourself. But not only that, you're buying her a gift in a situation where it makes no sense. So if you're really going to be a guy that's not keeping your word, or hey, sometimes I'll do it, or I'll do it when it makes sense. If you're going to be that guy, you have to understand that it's not going to show in moments where you're still willing to devalue yourself to get her something. You're still willing to say, you know what? My morals, I could put them to the side. Only if she's happy, I will be happy. So what sense does that make where if you're trying to get her back or you desperately want her, what sense does it make for y'all to think that, okay, well, I will still do this in this area, but not in this area. So I won't see her, but I'll still give her gifts. This is the cap that a lot of you guys do when you guys are still invested into her, when you still have feelings. Y'all are thinking, well, I'm still on the clears, or I'll just tip on this side any second I can get, because when I do that, it will show that I'm not interested. It will show that I'm not feeling her. So the sad truth about all of that is that it's not enough. And y'all are thinking, you know, and I'm not saying you're not good enough, but I'm saying you can be that guy that a woman will value you. And think about it this way. A lot of women, they will find anything to be good enough that's money and status, right? Sometimes these guys they're not willing to be with these females, or not trying to be just about one or whatever. And, you know, sometimes like females really surge and will get desperate for those guys to do that. So you see, you got to make sure you know what role you could play. What side do you want to be on? Don't be, you know, giving the cold mixed feelings. Don't be doing all these weird games with her when you're actually invested and your emotions are there, because you're going to get caught up with her. Now, if you can manage and you're stable in that area somewhat, you should be good. But you got to really, really play smart where you're not going to just keep making her happy. You're not here to literally promise or give her all the wants that she has, not needs, all the wants that she wants. Like, you're not here to do that. And when the second she knows or how easy it could be for her, she takes advantage, or she does what she has to do to enjoy that time, right? And fellas, y'all got to get that. Why would she want it harder than easier? But why does she always go to the guys that make it harder? And I really explained most of that in this video. So fellas, that's what excites them. That's what makes them go back. They want to know that it's a lot harder. They want that what is the word or the sentence or whatever? Too easy or anyways, I don't got time to think about it right now. But you know, they want it harder and they don't want it too easy. You know, the harder the better and all that good stuff for a female. So that's it for this video. You know, I could keep going, but y'all got the point. If you still didn't give this video a big thumbs up, please do that. Give this video a huge one. It helps your girl. And like I said, fellas, y'all can book a consultation with me. Make sure you check all the links down below. And fellas, yeah, that's it for this video. Bye, y'all.